Okay. So I want to talk a little bit about what it was like to grow up in a small southern town that was mostly ran by white supremacists. Um, I live here in East Tennessee. I grew up here, and my town had a lot of white supremacists, and they were in pretty much all of the local government, owned most of the local businesses here in town, and caused most of the trouble. And it wasn't something that I was aware of or even yet noticed up until junior high. And then when when I went, when I was a kid in elementary school, I lived in a poor neighborhood, and then the kids at my elementary school were all from my neighborhood, so they were all poor too. So it wasn't something that made a difference. But then when I got into the junior high, and that's when they integrate. Um, I did notice. And then, of course, it goes back to Skanka. And she was like the leader of her little clique. And they were really bad to go around and hiss the racial slur, the one that, hard R, that one, uh, at other kids. And this is a predominantly white town. Like, all of the people are white. And like my high school, there were two black people, and that was it. And and then she would call me that, and I was like, I don't even get it. I don't understand. And I'm thoroughly confused. Are you colorblind as well as stupid? Right. And then finally, like some other kid that they also called that sits down next to me and he says, "Do you know why they say that to you?" And I was like, no, no, not really. Because I am, like, you can see that I am clearly white. I am just about the whitest white girl you have ever seen. I mean, look, I'm like glowing in the dark here. And light is reflective off of me. I am so white. And, not that that's anything to brag about, but I'm just saying, um, right, it's not what they aspire to be. Like, is another thing I don't understand. Like, you're so proud of being white. Why you ass laid up in the fucking like tanning bed 6 hours a fucking week? I don't fucking get it. And I'm again uh, confused. Um, but he says to me, "Didn't your parents tell you?" And I'm like, "No, no, my parents." And I don't know what you're talking about, man. And he says, "Well, you're not white. You're Melungeon." And I was like, "I've never heard that word before in my whole life. What is that?" And Melungeon, it means mutt. And my people um, immigrated here about 400 years ago um, during the Spanish Inquisition. And then it was only the men, and then the men took wives out of slave markets, and then also indigenous tribes. So it's mixed. Melungeon is the Portuguese word for mutt because we're all mixed and been mixing for like 400 years. And right, and that's what Melungeon means. And I say, oh, okay. And then it started to make more sense why they would say these things to me. And when you're Melungeon, and then in the absence of like their most hated race, which is all of them, and I'm a combination of all of them, because you don't know what the Melungeons might be. They could just be one of anything. Right. Oh, like, I don't know if it's like throughout all of white supremacy, but in my particular town, um, they really hated us. They really hated Melungeons. And like super fucking hated because you were like the antithesis of everything they hate. Because they really hate the racist mixing. Yeah, they fucking hate that. Stick with your own kind. They don't like that. And then one step further, it's not even enough that you don't mix races. You should also not mix ethnicities because once I was an adult, I've dated more than a couple Italian men, and they like say shit about that. Heather, you're just out there mixing races again. Like, this guy's he's Italian. What do you care? And no, no, that's mixing races. Well, your problem with me is that I'm already mixed, so I don't fucking understand. What I don't understand. I'm confused again. It's your hypocrisy that throws me so far the fuck off. And then another part of being Melungeon is because they know that you're mixed. They know that you're at least three things, right? You're at least three, and right, maybe more. Who knows? They sleep with anything, and right, that's what they say. And so they know that you're just at least the three, so they will apply all of the racial stereotypes that they apply to particular races to you. So they'll be like, right, there's like really harsh ones concerning Native American women. Like the white supremacists like have this ideal in their head that Native American women are only good for sex. hmm that's what they think. That they're all sluts and their only use is sex. And so you get that. Like, all those Malaysian women, they're just a bunch of sluts. Nice. Okay. These are the people that are sexually abusing me, by the way. Because I deserve it because Malaysian women are whores. Yeah, and that's the justification because that's all you are. That's all you are to them. And, right, black people smell bad. That's a big one. Like every time you like, and I'm like, oh my God, shitty pants. Have you ever smelled yourself? Right? Like, when is the last time you washed your fucking greasy ass goddamn fucking hair? Are you kidding me? Black people smell bad. You're out of your fucking mind. Like, I'm like, right? That's fucking dumb. And and it's not just black people that smell bad, it's all the people. All the people. All of the humanity. Y'all stink. Everybody has a like there's no there's no one race or ethnicity that owns a patent on like human funkiness. Like everybody at some point, stinks. You know, right? That's why we practice hygiene. Have you met a bar of soap? Hmm. How about a toothbrush? Do you own one of those? All right. Cause they're fucking awful. They're fucking awful. And it's all just like all of this projection, all the fucking time. Um, like that's Mexicans don't work. Like every fucking Mexican I know, like works like a fucking hard ass fucking job. Like what are you fucking talking about? They don't work. Some of them work two or three jobs. Like that's not the truth. That's not the truth. You're the one. You're the one that don't fucking work. All you do is fucking steal. Now that's the blacks they steal. You steal. You steal. Everything you have is stolen. And some of it I know ain't in your name. Cause I know whose name's in. So like your shit ain't even in your own fucking name. Uh right? That's the shit you do. Like every single fucking bad thing they say about others, it's completely motherfucking true about themselves. Like all of that fucking projection. And then, right? I say, what is wrong with you that you fucking think this way? What makes you think these things? I say, well, it says so in the Bible. White people have dominion over all the other races. Like it says no such thing in the Bible. There's nothing. The Bible doesn't say that. I've read it. You read it. I've read the Bible, and it does not say that white people have dominion over all the other races. Um, nope, it's not in there. Nope, nope, nope. And also, the Bible is written by Middle Easterners about Middle Easterners, and there ain't even a goddamn fucking white person in it. So I don't even know where you get this shit. You just make shit up, and then this is my deeply held core belief. Like, well, it's fucking bullshit. It's stupid, and also it's a lie. I mean, And you know that it's bullshit and it's made up and also additionally a lie, you know, and you just hold on to that because why? Why? What is fucking wrong with these people? Like there is something like real fucking wrong with them. Like white supremacists, if you have to fucking spend time with them, and if you grow up with them and around them, you have to spend a god awful motherfucking lot of time with them. And they are out of their fucking minds. They are the absolute worst kind of people. I know that everybody sees like memes or pictures of their fucking, what the fuck ever they're doing is master race, and you're like looking at them and it's some toothless fat fuck, you know, like, oh yeah, that's the master race. And then like they really fucking believe that about themselves. And that is like the only thing they fucking think. Like, and it's not just enough that they think that they're in charge. They really honest to God think that they are in charge by the Lord divine us to be over all y'all. Um, right? No. And no. And right. But and if you fight with them about it or try to, you know, contradict them in any fucking way, since they have gotten themselves in to all of the local offices, um, right? The local offices, that fucking tax assessor's office can do you more fucking damage in your personal life than you would ever dream imaginable. The tax assessor's office, local judge, the sheriff's department, um, city council, county commission, all of those fucks can like really ruin your goddamn motherfucking life. And those are the offices. I don't know that it's so much now, but back then in the 80s, they're the ones holding those offices and just doing what the fuck ever. Because that kid that fucking told me that I was Melungeon, um, I'm pretty sure in his family, they had it in their head, and it was a complete and total lie, that the land that his family lived upon, which had been in their family for generations, they got it in their head because natives are just a bunch of savages, right? They got it in their head that those people had murdered the real owner and moved in the house. But they didn't know when it happened, but they knew it happened. And started fucking with them through the tax assessor's office and then also through the building. Yeah, the building inspector. The building inspector, the building permits, all of that shit. Like fucked up that kid's whole family, and eventually they just lost their fucking land and their house. Yeah, and then white supremacists went in, snatched that motherfucker right the fuck up, and then they get approved for whatever goddamn building. Oh, it didn't park for you. It parks for me just fine. Right, and that's the fucking kind of shit they do. That's how they steal. That's what they do. you know, and it's been absolutely fucking rampant down here. At least it was. I don't know what they're doing now. I left town for 30 years, but it was absolutely fucking rampant down here, and that was how they operated, and that's the fucking shit they did. And in a lot of ways, because there weren't any other races of people here. We're all white. It was only just the Melungeons. Right. So you got white supremacists who have dominion over everybody, and then you Melungeons who are everybody. And in a lot of ways, I really feel as though they just genocided my people. Um, right. Not like, you know, just through that, just through that kind of stuff, that interference in their lives. It caused a lot of suicides, a lot of drug addictions, all of those things, all of that trauma, led to shorter lives, led to less fulfilled lives, and they have been doing this to the Melungeons for a long fucking time. Like, we're not even recognized as ethnicity.